What's up YouTube? For tonight's video we have a full dinosaur team. Now this one is mainly for Jurassic Park, so it's a pretty interesting theme. I like dinosaurs too. I actually really used to like them when I was a little kid. It was quite interesting. Anyways, as usual, put those team suggestions below, comment section, do it, go. Smash that like button if you enjoy these videos. Okay, got a really nice battle with this team. Right guys, if you do want to have a battle against me too, I take all my battles on my pimp chat. That is in the description of the video. Anyone can join there. Right, so you have a Jolteon and an Aerodactyl lead, which is quite funny and ironic because they both have the same speed stat. I didn't really want to go down to Thunderbolt, and I didn't really want to lose the early game, so I swapped into Venusaur to tank that. Now, I'll get on to my Aerodactyl set in a second. Now, this Venusaur I'm running is a Choice Band set. I've got a Power Whip on this. I've got Earthquake. I've got Knock Off. And I'm trying to think what the other move I was running on. I'll think of that in a second. Anyways, I didn't really want to stay in on a Dimension at all. Now, I'm running a very defensive Tyrantrum set. I've got max health, max defense there. I've got the Rocky Helmet as well. I've got Sleep Talk Rest. I've got Dragon Tail and Bulldoze. Works probably better with entry hazards, this set. Anyway, so I hurt the Dimension with a bit of rock damage there. I wasn't sure if it had superpower or not. A lot of the time they do carry it. Here I just went for Dragon Tail anyway, and Hydreigon actually swaps in. I get a crit with the Dragon Tail, which was amazing. I nearly took it out with that, with no attack EVs at all. Alright, so Jolteon is forced in there. I wasn't sure if this would have hidden power ice or anything, but just in case it is, I thought, let's swap into my Lapras here. It was a very, very risky play here, but then again, I didn't think it would go for T-Bolt there. So it's going to go for the hidden power ice like I thought it would. Normally it runs hidden power grass or hidden power ice. They're the most common hidden powers Jolteon likes to run. Okay, so here it's going to go for the Volt Switch here. I'm running a Salt Vest Lapras that still did a lot of damage to me as well. I've got Ancient Power on this. I've got Freeze Dry. I've got Psychic. Psychic I thought would be pretty cool for fighting types, and it works out pretty nicely. So here I went for the Psychic anyway because I thought I actually did predict the Machamp swap in. That's why I went for Psychic. Whereas I would have just gone for like a normal move like a Freeze Dry or whatever. Okay, so I actually stayed in for that one. I thought Dynamic Punch would actually take me out, but I just went for Psychic anyway. But maybe they thought I'd go for a swap there and knock off my Assault Vest there. But I'm not really living with too much life here. Hydreigon swaps into my Psychic, which is nice, and they're just going to take me out there with the Dark Pulse. So I got some good damage on the Machamp. I'm quite happy with that. Can't really do much there, getting outsped by the Hydreigon. Okay, so into Aerodactyl here. This is a Hone Claws boosting set. I've got Hone Claws, Stone Edge on this. I've got Power Herb. I've got... I forgot the name of the move. I've got Sky Attack as well, and I've got Earthquake. Okay, so it actually was Choice Scarf there and does lots of damage with Dark Pulse. Thank God I didn't get flinched there. Right, so the moment has come. Let's go for the Speed Tire, and I get outsped. Fuck. So down goes my Aerodactyl to the T-Bolt. So they both got at level 100, 394 speed, or level 50, same thing anyway. They're going to have the same speed, both with obviously boosting speed natures. Right, so I'm going to run. I'm running this bulky special defense Sceptile. Worked pretty well. Now HP Ice does not very much at all to my Sceptile. Now I've got Giga Drain on this. I've got Leech Seed. I've got Toxic and Protect. So it's quite a bulky special defense set. Now its special defense actually isn't too bad. Right, so I've got the Leftovers Recovery, and I did nice damage there to Jolteon, so I know that I can tank a Hidden Power Ice really, really easy there. It's just going to go for the Volt Switch again, which doesn't really do too much, and nearly does as much to the Life Orb damage. Jolteon just hangs on by a little bit. Probably would have been better to swap there, but anyway, the Jolteon's going to swap out, and I knew the Dimension would come in here. Right, so I Leech Seed on the swap there anyway. I almost went for Toxic, but just in case, I just went for Leech Seed. I want to get some lefties, and then I thought I'd get more health back and stuff. Right. I knew that I was going to get one-shotted by this thing. Like, any fire move would really wreck me. I'm guessing, at this point, I was guessing it was just all physical-based moves. Right, so I still got my Tyrantrum left, but I thought maybe this would be too obvious to go back into it for a superpower. Wasn't sure, so I went into Venusaur anyway, and it's going to go for the U-turn here. So that sucked. That really did hurt. Dimension is quite a hard Pokemon to check if you don't have you know, if you don't have the right, you know, Pokemon, mainly like rock type Pokemon. Nice to check into it. If it's not choiced and it's not running superpower, still it's very, very difficult to check. Anyway, so Jolteon's going to come back in. I'm going to bring in my Sceptile again. It's going to go for a final HP Ice there, and I'm going to tank that nicely with my special defensive Sceptile. Special defensive Sceptile. Tongue twister. Don't say that 20 times in a row. Okay, so Sceptile. Jolteon is down. See, I did it. Jolteon is down. I'm going to go a little bit left his recovery. So here I was thinking, well, Dimension's obviously going to come back in here. Should I swap into Tyrantrum this time? What should I do? I wanted to keep my Sceptile alive because it was still quite useful. So I thought, let's go into Tyrantrum again. I've got Rocky Helmet and stuff. And then it goes for Flare Blitz again. I'm like, maybe it doesn't have superpower. I don't know. I'm not sure if they were playing mind games or anything, but I know a lot of the time it does have some sort of fighting move. Okay, so I get some damage there from Rocky Helmet. Then it has Zen Mode. I'm like, oh, wow, cool. I haven't seen Zen Mode for so long. Now, what Zen Mode does, right, Dimension's speed drastically drops, and as well as its attack, but it gets a huge boost in special attack. So I'm thinking it could have been like, it could be Mix, because, you know, you wouldn't run Zen Mode otherwise. It's very, very rarely seen, but quite cool. Okay, anyway, so Cresselia, when I saw Cresselia, I was like, oh, this is going to be fun. So it's going to start setting up Calm Minds, right? I was like, okay, well, I need to do something here. I need to get a Toxic on this thing at least. So it's going to start setting the Calm Minds up at me. So I thought, well, if I can get a Toxic on this and throw some Leech Seeds up at it, wasn't sure if it had, I was worried that it had Substitute too. I'm going to outspeed there, which is nice there, even with no EVs in speed there. So it's going to continue going for Calm Mind there, which is interesting. I'm like, okay, maybe it's got Rest. I wasn't sure. I wasn't really sure. I was kind of worried about this thing. All right. Yeah, as I was saying, with Zen Mode Dimension, if you didn't know, right, its stats drastically change. I mean, it's quite hard to use because it's so slow. I mean, it'd be cool if you could use it in like a Trick Room or something like that. That'd be pretty interesting. It's got moves to make up for its dodgy speed. Like, say, you could do like a Flame Charge boosting set or something to make up for speed. Anyway, it's quite a gimmick, and it's cool. Alright, so I've got the Toxic up on Cresselia. It's not hitting me really, really hard because I'm so specially defensive there. I've got the Leech Seed happening too, which is really nice there. Okay, so I wasn't really worried about this thing. I was wondering if it had Ice Beam or anything. Then I was like, he probably would have used it if it had it. Okay, so going for the Giga Drain here doesn't do like nothing, but I thought I might as well get some damage on it and get a little bit of health back. So Cresselia is going to go for yet another Calm Mind here. So I'm like, okay, well, it's probably going to get to the stage where one of my Pokemon is most certainly going to go down to this thing, because even though my Sceptile is so bulky in special defense, it's going to go down there anyway. But so I've got as I said, I've got my Leech Seed, Leftover Recovery, and Giga Drain getting me health back. That's all good there. I don't really want to swap into anything either, because nothing is going to take like a Moonblast well. My Venusaur's not too healthy either. Okay, so going for another Giga Drain here. So Cresselia is nearly down here. It's going to have to like do some sort of attack to me here. Then it goes to Side Shock. I'm like, oh crap, this is going to really hurt, because as I said, that attacks you defensively. So I just lived that one really, really badly, which is nice there. As I said, I was running max health, max special defense, but my max health saved me there. And that little bit of Leech Seed damage and the poison is going to be enough to take the Cresselia out, thank God. I kind of thought I had Rest then. The whole time I thought I had Rest. Anyways, that's Cresselia down. I'm very, very happy about that. Okay, so Machamp's going to come here. I was like, okay, what are you going to do? You can do something like Bullet Punch or something like that. I wasn't really sure, so I thought, let's go into Tyrantrum. This could be really, really bad. Okay, so Machamp actually goes for Heavy Slam. I'm like, what the fuck? And then it's super effective, right? But since I'm so bulky and I get the nice Rocky Helmet damage there, which is cool. All right, so it's going to go for the Dynamic Punch here, and that's definitely going to take me out there. But, as I said, I've got the Rocky Helmet, so that's going to be enough to take the Machamp out too. It's always never fun swapping into Machamp's Dynamic Punch. Okay, so my defensive wall down, which is no good there. Now, I was thinking, what should I do here? Let's swap into my Sceptile again. Now, Darmanitan comes in here. I thought, let's go for Sinethus, because I'm not sure if it's really, really fast or it's choice banded. but I might be able to get some damage with Flare Blitz on its health. So it stays in. It knows that, you know, the Tyrantrum's gone now. I've got nothing really to swap into. So I just really used it as fodder and health fodder on the recoil damage for Flare Blitz. Okay, so it does nice damage there. So also with Zen mode, right? Say if you go into Zen mode, you need to drop below half health to transform. But if you swap out again, then swap back in, you'll be back into normal Dimension until you take any damage. So just a little bit of trivia there if you didn't know that. Okay, so the Zen mode's going to swap out again. Now Blissey is coming in here with a real pain in the ass. So my only hope here is to take this thing out with my Venusaur. That's my only physical attacking Pokemon. This is a fully special Archeops. There's no way in hell I'm going to be able to do anything to that. Okay, so into Venusaur anyway. Blissey actually goes for Toxic, so that's nice. I absorbed that one. So I was like, well, Dimension is not going to want to swap into this at all. You know, I've got a good chance here. Power Whip doesn't miss. Blissey goes down like a sack of shit, so that's awesome. I'm so happy about that. It didn't miss. I wouldn't have liked, I don't know, maybe it could have had Flamethrower, or I did have a little bit, enough to live a Seismic Toss there. Anyways, Dimension is going to come in, go for the Flare Blitz there and take out my Venusaur, so that's all good. More recoil damage for the Dimension. Now, I've already outsped it with my Sceptile, so I know that I'm going to be able to outspeed it with my Archeops because I'm running max speed on it with max special attack. The Zen mode kicks in again. It's so funny how, out of all the sprites, like, it actually doesn't move. If you look at it, it's not moving at all. It's just like, it's like a little statue. Anyway, so I'm going to take that out with the Ancient Power, and that is game. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. It was a very interesting battle. Peace out.